and welcome to Everything Flute. In this video, we are breaking down a solo in Dvorak, Symphony No. 8, Movement 4 at D. We're breaking it down to help create a more steady rhythm. I'm not going to go too far in depth. It's just to help you out when you first start learning the solo. So what I typically like to do is set a very straight eighth note feel. You want to make sure you hear and feel the eighth note pulse really well. So for the first two measures, whenever a note is on 1 and 2 and, you're going to play those notes. Anything on E or just don't play those. The first two measures, you're going to have D, hold for a beat and a half, then C, skip the B, play the B on the downbeat, play the A on the and, skip the G, G on beat 2, F sharp on the and skip the E. The simplified version is in the second measure. You notice I am making the second eighth note a little short. I'm not actually holding it all the way, and that's because in my head I'm still thinking about the 16th that's going to be filling in right after it. So feel free to do that, or just make it super smooth and slur it all. Have fun with it. Play different ways. Play it all staccato. So let's do that again. 1, 2, ready? And then when you fill in the notes, it should be easier to make it a very steady pulse. That's gonna, you still feel the bum, 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 bum. So that's how I would break down sections like that. And then if you look at measure 3, 4, and 5, I kind of tackle those different. I think that it sounds really pretty going up to the high note, and then the notes after the high note are just kind of pickups to the downbeat of the next measure. So that's how my brain groups them. They're part of the next measure almost. So measure 3, I take it as 1 and skip the G, and then 2, which is C. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 of the next measure. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So to hear that, and that's the melody that I'm trying to create, and it helps me keep that 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and in my head I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then somewhere else in my head I'm going 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, always subdivided in your head. So to hear that again with the simplified melody, it's going to be and then to add in the notes, let's see what it sounds like. And that's how it sounds like when we get everything together, and it's nice and smooth and just pretty. So basically, you can take that idea of breaking it into eighth notes for the rest of the melody. All right, let's see if there's anything crazy in here. When it has, let's see, how many measures after D? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth measure after D. Really make sure to make the downbeat B nice and long, the A nice and long, and so they come out very full versus when you have the 16ths in there. So that measure, I will do 1 and 2 and. Again, it will sound like. And then if I add the other notes, so if you heard, I still had a really full B and A. You want to make sure that's still there. And the reason why we're still making sure that it's so full is because when we start to perform this for auditions that might be coming up, we usually try to get faster and faster and faster, and when we get it faster and faster and faster, we like to cut the eighth notes a little too short and like to just speed through the eighth notes, almost making the eighth notes a little long 16ths. Sometimes I've heard it. So just make sure to make them a full eighth note, and then the 16ths after, make them appropriate. Remember Remember, don't go so fast that you can't play it accurately, rhythmically. If you're not feeling the pulse inside, then slow it down. So, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.